Chapter 3. How the prince came to Tom Canty's home. The prince came to the gate of the palace. "Ho!" he ordered. "Open the gate, you men, quickly!" The soldiers opened the gates. Then, as Edward passed through, one of them hit him on the head. That's not the way to speak to one of the king's soldiers. The people standing outside the gate laughed as Edward fell on the ground. He got up and looked at the soldier. "I'm the prince. You shall be killed for that. And you fools, you laughed." The people laughed again, more than before. Then one of them said, "Bow to the prince, hats off to the prince, make way for the prince." And they laughed as he passed through them. "He's mad," said one of the soldiers. "Quite mad," said the other. Edward went along the street. The people did not follow him. They were afraid of mad people. Perhaps the boy might be dangerous, they thought. He walked on and on. He did not know where he was. Prince Edward did not often go out into the streets of London. He was not wearing shoes. Tom Canty did not have shoes, but his feet were hard. Prince Edward's feet were soon cut by the stones and covered with blood. He was very tired and he needed food. "Oh, where can I find rest and food?" he cried. "Where can I find someone who will lead me back to the palace?" A fine gentleman passed by on a horse, and Edward called out to him, "Sir, I am the prince. I ask you to take me back to the palace." But the gentleman did not hear what he said. He thought that he was only a beggar boy asking for money, and he rode on. At last, Edward came to a big building that he knew. "Oh," he cried, "that's Christ's hospital. My father the king gave that building as a school for poor boys. I can get help there." A lot of boys were playing in front of the building. Edward called one of them. "Ho, boy," he said. "Go to your teacher and tell him to come here. Tell him that Prince Edward orders him to come." The boy laughed. "Do as you are told," Edward said, and he hit the boy. The boy called out to the others, "Here is a mad boy. His head's hot. Let's throw him into the water." 3 or 4 of them took Edward and threw him into some dirty water, and laughed as he climbed out on the other side. Night was coming on. "It's late," thought Edward. "I must find some place where I can sleep tonight. Then I'll go back to the palace tomorrow. I must go to Tom's house and sleep there. Pudding Lane. That's where he lives." He went on and on. The sky was red with evening, and lights began to shine in the windows of the houses. Then a heavy hand came out of the darkness and took Edward by the arm. "What are you doing out so late at night? Hey, Tom Canty, can't you answer your father? What money have you got for me?" "Oh," cried Edward, "are you his father?" "His father? I'm your father." "No, no," cried Edward. "I'm the prince. Your son is in the Westminster Palace. Take me there and bring him home." John Canty looked at the boy. "Mad," he said. "Quite mad." He took the prince's arm and pulled him along. He was a very strong man. "Whether you are mad or not," he said, "you must come home with me, and you shall go out all day tomorrow and bring the money you should have got today."